Do you ever feel yourself being judged by others? Do you ever feel like you have judgment inside you towards others? My friend, it's time for today's mentoring appointment. Come on in. Hello, my friend, and welcome to today's mentoring appointment. So you want to finally stop judging others and be more accepting, or maybe you even want others to stop judging you. My friend, there's only really one way to finally get judgment out of you, and it's through a very intense process that I affectionately call the Gingerbread Man. Now, before you get into this exercise, know that this can be a pretty intense exercise, but it can also be an extremely emotionally and physically cleansing exercise. This is a way for you to release that judgmental energy and then replace it with that of accepting, loving, and understanding energy. You'll want to go somewhere where you can be totally alone, somewhere where you will not be disturbed. And so it could be in a corner of a basement if you have one. It could be in the middle of a car if you have one. You can simply go out to your vehicle and maybe drive out to somewhere in nature where you know you won't be overheard and you won't be disturbed. Make sure that wherever you go, you can be totally alone and that you will not be heard or disturbed. The first step is making a list of everyone that you feel has ever judged you or that you have ever judged. Simply grab a piece of paper and something to write with and begin writing down names. Don't worry if it doesn't seem to make sense. If your brain brings it to your awareness, it needs to be on that list. Write down each and every name that you feel impressed to write down. And yes, if you're married, your spouse will probably be on the list. In fact, your name will more than likely be on the list as well. Oh, but Eric, I love this person. I don't remember them ever judging me, or I don't remember judging them. Maybe not consciously. But again, if your brain brings that name to your awareness, it needs to be on the list. So once you have that, again, go somewhere where you can be totally alone, and starting with number 1 and going in order, meaning do not skip around, go one by one. Start by grabbing a piece of paper and making a visual representation of the person. Now, the reason why this is called the Gingerbread Man exercise is because whenever I do this, it tends to look like a ridiculous looking gingerbread man. I just like to draw a little outline of a person with a face, and then I put their name on top. In this case, this person's name is Mr. Person. You now have a visual representation of the person. Step 3, prop it up, maybe next to you on the car or on a rock or on a chair, and begin by asking permission out loud to fully express yourself. Meaning you would say, Mr. Person, can we talk? In your mind, you will hear a yes. This is a way to literally ask the person's spirit if you can fully express yourself. Now, again, 999 times out of 1,000, you'll hear a yes in your mind. Do not proceed until you do. However, every so often you might hear a no, and that's okay. If that's the case, do not proceed. You can ask again in 5 minutes if you need to, but always make sure you feel a yes inside your mind. Oh, but Eric, this is sounding really hokey already. I get it, but trust me, it's only hokey if it doesn't work, and this absolutely works. Once you've asked permission, the next step is what we call a verbal release of emotion, meaning you get to verbalize each and every tiny or huge thing that you've ever wanted to say to this person. You get to verbally unload. You finally get to dump and say everything that you've wanted to say. Oh, but Eric, what if I end up using really strong language? That's entirely up to you, my friend. But do not hold anything back during this part of the process. Keep talking until you feel like that entire tank is empty. And yes, I did say to do this out loud. If you try to do this just in your mind, then all of those emotions are just going to get sunk deeper and deeper inside of you. And of course, the reason why you're doing this is to get them out of you, true or true. So again, make sure you do this out loud. Once you've finished having your verbal dump, throw a tantrum if you need to, throw things, do whatever you need to do, scream, yell. Once you're finally done and you feel like everything that you've needed to say is finally out of you, it's now time for your physical release of emotion. Let's be honest. How many times have you ever thought about a person, oh man, I've always just wanted to slap that person? Come on, be honest. We've all thought that. I know you have too. And my friend, now's your chance. You take this visual representation and you do whatever you have always wanted to do. Meaning, yes, if you want to smack it, you smack it. If you want to punch it, you punch it. If you want to rip its head off, you rip its head off. Whatever it is, get that energy out of you. And then destroy the paper. Oh, but Eric, I'm just not a violent person. I don't want to smack someone. My friend, you're not. It's a piece of paper. It's okay. You're not actually harming someone. In fact, you're harming yourself a lot more by keeping this negative energy in you. It must get out of you in order for it to be replaced with love. And so again, make sure to get that physical energy out of you onto the paper. You can destroy it. You can put it on the ground and stomp on it. You can put it on a gas grill, light it on fire and watch it burn. Whatever it takes. The next step is to prop the pieces back up and to then ask for forgiveness for holding on to those feelings. Wait a second, ask for forgiveness, but they were the one that did this and they did this and they did this to me. I get it. However, you've chosen to hold on to those negative feelings towards that person. The words, "Will you forgive me?" must leave your lips. This can be the hardest part for some people. However, get this step done. As you do, you will feel a massive burden being lifted off your shoulders. Once you've asked for forgiveness for holding on to those negative feelings, the next step is to imagine that that person is standing or sitting beside you. Only you imagine their greatest and highest self, having heard absolutely everything that you've expressed, knowing exactly what they did to you. You then speak out loud as if you were that person's greatest and highest self to you. Meaning, I would imagine Mr. Person's greatest and highest self, and I would speak the words to the effect of, "Eric, I am so sorry that I did that to you. You were absolutely right. That wasn't okay at all. I was going through such a hard time. Please, please forgive me." Speak whatever words come to your mind, whatever you imagine that person's greatest and highest self saying to you. A lot of times, this can actually bring about feelings of understanding. Maybe you might even be able to tap into what was going on in that person's life at that time, causing them to do whatever they did to you. My friend, once you've spoken the words that they would say to you, imagine yourself embracing the person. And then you go on to the next person on your list. But Eric, I've got 100 people on my list. Yeah, this might take some time. It may take you a few weeks to get through everything on your list. But my friend, trust me. Do this exercise. Release that judgment from your system. And then allow yourself to be filled with love. Great job in today's mentoring appointment, my friend. Did you learn a lot? My friend, if you know people that would really benefit from this information, that maybe have some pent-up judgment inside them, make sure to send them a copy of this video. As always, make sure to comment below, click thumbs up, and make sure to subscribe to our channel. If you really want to take your life to the next level, make sure to join us for one of our next live events in Salt Lake City, Utah. Go to feelwelllivewell.com, click on live events, and find one that matches exactly what you're looking for. My friend, your life will forever thank you because you did.